matchup against the Patriots, but in the division at 3-1, they hold a 2-game lead over the Patriots. Patriots are barely clinging on to a playoff spot right now. It's early in the season.
Quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Matt Ryan, NFL MVP back in 2016, and now in his 12th year in the league.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This pass finds its way to Williams. Down the numbers.
Unbelievable.
There he goes. That's all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive.
15 Patriots
well,
can't
if they
bring
didn't
them
get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Newton on first down. Over the middle to Garcon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Defensively, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Newton on first down. Flush to his right. And
he's just not seeing the field.
This one away, incomplete.
I'm pretty sure there was a lot of stuff there.
Second down. Here are the starters defensively for the Jets. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Newton. And he fires
man, I'm scared. I'm scared of what is going on.
He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now on 2nd and 16, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now it's Ryan. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Patriots are making offensive
guy had a nose for the end zone. Had a snoot full,
crazy when you have Newton on your team like that.
Game.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They go play action now. Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask.
Oh, my God, man. These freaking refs are killing me.
Be a 1st down.
Unbelievable.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Stop him right here.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack,
that was huge.
You're really almost discrediting their work. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Newton. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down.
Of course.
So let's see what this is about.
Every single time I do something, the freaking rush right there.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
Every single time.
It's tough to watch.
Not sometimes.
Score and you
every
see the
single
excitement,
time.
and then when they realize those points aren't going to count, can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Newton being chased out left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Patriots have nothing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here's Bowden. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on. Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets him up nicely for 2nd down. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mike Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets will extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. He's having a nice little first half here, partner. And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. On first down, it's Newton. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving. Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points. And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Hey! 52's the mic, boy, 52. Watch QB. Watch QB drop. Back 2 is the mic. Mike back 2. Mike back 2.
On 2nd and 10, Newton stepping up. He's going to keep it. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
Just absolutely,
you don't have to
just
prove
flush
your
her in
toughness.
return.
You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And now Edelman. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Patriots take over. Here's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Now a first down throw for Newton. He gets it left side to Johnson. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
12 yards there and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Newton to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. And it's second down.
My observation has been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Newton. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick is good. He got
this hard to score 3 points.
Second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He can run for it, and he will. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Barkevious Mingo in that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Newton complete to the right. This is Garcon. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line.
Let's go,
First down, New England. On first down, Newton. Flush to his right.
Get in there.
Touchdown, Patriots.
It's sad, but we're going to win this however we have to.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Really needs to step up here.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about
unbelievable. Unbelievable. 3 of them can't stop it.
Yeah, he gets this deep into Patriot
I could have sworn I drafted the honey badger.
Big
I could have
yardage
sworn.
that time for the Jets. 57
Big
yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Look at this.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one taken just inside the 10.
Where are you going?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Newton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3rd and 2, Newton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. On 1st and 10, Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside
Use
the 20.
your superstars.
It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And
let's go.
Touchdown, Patriots.
This game is not rocket science. Keep it simple.
Touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half.
Want me to get mad? I'm going to get mad. Want me to play mad? I'm going to play mad.
Quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up, and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance.
Let's play some defense.
A brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Oh, my bad.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Should be a good boy.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on the defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He finds Beckham complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the
Way
ball
to go.
While he's sitting in class.
Nice play. Pull Donald back.
He's in big trouble.
He needs to become a linebacker for this team to win.
To surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Space to Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Newton on first down. He gets this one to Garcon. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Now pass here caught by Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, how many times have we seen that? 3rd down, and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. Of course, no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was the Super Bowl MVP last season. 20! That one good for 33 and a first.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They go play action here on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Ready? 180. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Newton now to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
They send Green to the left on his own. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Ryan now off the bootleg. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Come on.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
They're smart. They punt.
So now it's 4th down and short. And whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option. But as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
I gotta hold on to this ball. Be smart with the ball.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Newton to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
That's why they got it.
And this one is right down the middle.
Leave it up to
and
the
the
defense.
Sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So Matt Ryan of the offense Down by a field goal, 43 seconds to go. And they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up first and 10. He completes it to Hunt. Back to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's
unbelievable, but the game is over. Oh,
going into the
wow.
final play of this game, they knew that they needed
Unbelievable
some type of a
that they gave
miracle
up this
there at the
many
very
yards,
end, but
man.
they couldn't get it done. However,
the difference maker Lindsay was. We needed that win. It was ugly. We were running with the quarterback too much, fumbling with the quarterback too much, not getting our passing game in sync. But you know what?
We both knew it was a long shot.
247 rushing yards.
So for the
we'll take
Pats,
that.
they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the the year, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.
Way back. We just have to keep up.
I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Beautiful one. Much needed win.
Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter when they come.